Morning, great morning, great morning. I am Nicole D. Jones, and I am just happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for life. I tell you every week, I don't take days for granted. I don't take life for granted. So I don't take you for granted. I am happy and grateful for you. And I want to remind you that you are healthy, you are wealthy, you are prosperous. Everything your hands go to touch, it must, it shall, and it will manifest, prosper, and grow great things because you are great. You're created out of greatness, so it makes you great. You're created out of purpose. So you are purpose. You're not looking for purpose. You are purpose. All right. But the beautiful thing of this journey, we're never expected to be great. We're never to be perfect. We're never expected to be perfect. But there is an expectation for us to get up daily, for us to walk out our process. Okay. For us not to stay laid down, stagnant, all these things. We are purpose. So in the season that we're in, our job is to figure out where our purpose fits in the season that we're in. Okay. Your titles don't define who you are. Who you are, as we're talking about identity, is truly a son of God. No gender. We're triune. We're spirit with soul wrapped in flesh. We do not understand our true identity. This is why we walk around confused. Okay? Nicole, I don't walk around confused. Everybody walk around confused. Ain't nobody exempt. There's a day, there's a moment where all of us fall into la la. Okay? Delulu. Sometimes we all go there. So listen, it's Meal Prep Monday. I can't find my notes. So I'm going to tell you really what the Lord been dealing with me about. Okay? Because like I said, we have to understand that we got to get to a place where we identify with our true identity. Okay? God created you before he created earth, before he created anything. He created your beginning to your end. Okay? This is why I say we are purpose. If we are here right now today, I don't even know what today is. January, wait, my birthday is the 28th. All right, January 26th. It should be the 26th, right? If we're here today, we are not here by chance or surprise to God. Okay? We are here with purpose. We are purpose. There's a purpose for you being here. What we do in this journey is we figure out we're navigating through this journey to understand where our purpose fits in the season we're in. So right now, I am in a season of download. Like I'm getting all these revelations. So for the past 30 years that I've sat under any teaching, any seeds that been sown in my soil, in my garden, it's like now they're birthing the revelation. Now, what I heard when I was 23, I'm now getting the full revelation of certain seeds that were planted in my life at that time. So, because I'm receiving the revelation, I know it is now time to execute. Okay? So, all this journey has done is it's processed and it's prepared. It prepares us for where we are today. All right? So, we have to understand our true identity. Now, what the Lord has been showing me is the things that hinder us from seeing our true self. And we talk about it. This journey, it comes with trials, it comes with tribulations, it comes with joy, it comes with mountaintops and valleys. But all these things were strategically placed in our journey to pull out and create the best version of us unapologetically. We can become the best version of us unapologetically when we recognize and understand that in these spots, we have triggers and trauma. And we've been talking about this, but I've been asking God, since I can't find my notes, why is it what makes it so hard for me to embrace my true identity as a son to Jehovah God? What makes it hard for me to embrace God as Abba Father? Okay? God has so many characteristics, and he's all things to us, but sometimes we can identify with the one who chastises. We can identify with the one who gives gifts. We can identify with all these different things, but sometimes it's hard for us to identify to him as Father, okay? As this loving Father. Some of us did not have a loving father in the natural, or that person that we can really even understand what unconditional love means. For a long time, I felt like I didn't want unconditional love. I felt like all love came with conditions. Okay? I'm understanding that with Abba Father, there's nothing I can do that can make him stop loving me. All right? There are things that I can do to separate myself from him, but there's nothing that I would do that he would throw me away. We've had so many people, so many relationships, so many things we've connected ourselves to that we identify more with being thrown away, being less than, not needed, not relevant, not necessary, than who we truly are. We are relevant. We are necessary. We are needed. We are loved. We are loved, and we can give love. Okay? What brings the disconnect? Triggers and trauma. He showed me, girl, you so triggered, you like a loaded pistol, ready to shoot. Okay? So we have to, I want to talk about, we have to recognize our trigger responses. All right? What is a trigger? It's where, it's when we begin to feel unsafe. That's really the bottom line. When you don't feel safety in a situation, you respond and you react. What is it? Fight, flight, freeze, and then the one where we just kind of like become a people pleaser. I don't know what that one is. Fawn. Is this someone say that?
Yes, fawn.
Okay. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Okay. So this is the thing. The Lord began to show me, and y'all forgive me because I can't, my notes, I don't know where they went. All right. I don't know. But he began to tell me, you've got to recognize your trauma responses. Okay. Your trauma responses come from your nervous system. Okay. So we know we're dealing with the brain. We know that in the neuroscience, in the, we have these neural pathways. Our job, our journey, what we should be focused on is creating the new neural paths. Our brain has that neuroplasticity. It's, it stretches, right? So when we have something that happened to us, our body, our nervous system will literally respond. So if something happened and you have this trauma at 8 years old, and you feel unsafe, because children are vulnerable. So if someone violates or mistreats us when we're little, that is a trauma point. That is a place where in our spirit, our development was arrested. We stopped developing right there. So when something starts to feel that way or make us feel that way that we felt then, we're triggered. And then naturally, our body will respond in one of those 4 ways, right? So this is the thing. What are some physical signs of when you're triggered? Because some people like, I'm not triggered. We all triggered, okay? None of us are exempt from this. It comes in our humanity. It comes in humanism, all right? Period. It ain't no shade, but can we get past ourselves? We all go through, okay? We're not picture perfect. So how can you recognize when your body is triggered or responding? If you get tight chest, your breathing, starts getting shallow. You might get hot. You might start feeling nauseous. Man, you could get dizzy. I get dizzy sometimes. My heart will start racing. Parts of my body will start going numb. This is all because something has happened. Jaden can come in the house one day, and because he routinely, Jaden will come in, give me a hug. How was your day? Jaden can come in one day. He might need to go to the bathroom. He just didn't have time to stop. And because I'm so used to him doing it, if he doesn't come in and give me a hug and ask me how my day was, sometimes I literally feel my body like, what's wrong with him? What did I do? What did I do to him that he didn't want to come in? It's like this natural. We've got to start recognizing all the little boy wanted to do was go pee. So then when he come out the bathroom, he come give me a hug and he do his routine. But what I'm talking about is it's my body that's responding, because as a child, I dealt with a lot of rejection. Okay? So my body still responds to it when I begin to feel like I'm rejected or being rejected. All right? So for me, my shoulders start lifting because it's like my whole body starts getting tight when certain things happen. I'm like, all right, why? Because we have to understand that our body responds, it reacts before our mind has an opportunity to explain what's going on. Okay? That's a trigger. Listen, emotionally, you got to start recognizing when you have emotional spikes or when your emotions start to do something different. All right? Sometimes what am I talking about? Some people get angry. Like you could be chilled and then all of a sudden you just angry. You just mad. Some people go to rage. When you might be all right and then all of a sudden you just start feeling irritated. Okay? Irritation comes from emotion. Shame. What's wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Like, so when that happens, the first thing I'm starting to do is self-sabotage. Like, what did I do to him? What did I do to he? He's mad at me. Oh my God, I'm failing at parenting. Like all these thoughts. All right. Those are emotional indicators we got to start recognizing. Panic, sense of urgencies, all of these are emotional that you have to start looking at. There you can start withdrawing. You'll start shutting down. Like you ever been with someone and like everything is cool, then all of a sudden you look over and you be like, you all right? They're like, yeah. Like you sure what's going on? Nothing. I'm gonna be all right. They like totally withdraw. Those are indicators, emotional indicators, okay? So this is the thing. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So this is the thing. You got to understand that we've got to go from that orphan mentality to adopted. Nicole, I'm not an orphan. It's a mentality, y'all. All right? We receive our inheritance when we can receive and understand that we've been adopted. And because we've been adopted, because we are a part of kingdom, because that is our original DNA, our birthright is the inheritance. Our birthright, we have inheritance. We inherit, all right, all things from God. All right, I probably didn't say that right, but he told me about the survival. We've talked about the survival mode. So it's like becoming mind conscious. It's meal prep Monday. What do I want us to do this week? You got to become more mind conscious of things that trigger. You got to ask yourself, when you recognize it's happening, you got to be willing to do the work. All right? Well, I don't want to remember. That stuff is in the past. I'm past that. Why bring up old stuff? Answer. Because that is holding you captive. That is not allowing you to be free in who you are. So when you begin to recognize when these things are happening, you need to ask yourself, what memory, what thought is that taking me back to? What is it? I mean, mine went as far back as my mother. All right. You got to remember or recognize your responses. When you start feeling these things, when you're reminded of trauma, even when it's unconscious, how is my body responding to it? Do I go into fight mode? That's why y'all got a lot of adults still fighting. Do I go into a flight mode? Do I freeze up? Or do I fawn? Do I become a people pleaser? I shrink back and now I just want to, do everything I think you want me to do so you'll like me. All of these are responses that come from being triggered, that comes from trauma. But the biggest of it all that I want you to get this week, it hinders us from really embracing our true identity, which is a son of God, no gender. All right. Listen, what triggers end up doing is takes us out of our identity. When we start going out of our identity, when stuff begins to happen, we don't operate in our true identity. What's true identity? When something happens, we go and pray. When we're out of our identity, we go to solve it. I'm guilty. This is why he's been dealing with me. Stuff starts happening, and I immediately start trying to put a plan together. And it's like God began to say, hey, Holy Spirit was like, I'm here. Can you ask me? Come on, talk to me. You don't have to figure this out alone. We should never be figuring anything out alone. The Holy Spirit was left to lead, guide, and direct us. And the cool thing is, when you begin to really embrace and know that, you begin to understand that your spirit. So not only do you have the Holy Ghost lead, guiding, and directing you, you have a spirit of wisdom, you have a spirit of knowledge, you have a spirit of understanding that while you're building your strategy, we should be working on strategy. We should become strategic in the things that we do, right? Because we're good stewards over our soul. We're good stewards over our time. We're not just wasting time. We're learning strategy. When we understand our true identity, we understand that it is never expected for us to figure things out alone. All right. And just know that triggers, they repeat themes. Y'all know that y'all are like the leading character in your movie. So triggers, they intentionally repeat themes. They repeat things that happened in your past to try to get you stuck so that you won't be who you truly are. Okay? This is why we need repetition. This is why when we recognize a thing, we've got to be intentional, to be repetitive, to walk out of it. Okay? To shift our thoughts and to shift our mind and how we respond and how we react. I keep telling you, I should never meet you twice. I should never meet the same version of you twice. If I'm with you one day, if I was with you yesterday and I'm with you today, I should meet a new you because we're always getting better. We're always recognizing and realizing another piece of who we really are, and then we're walking it out. We're being. Okay. All right. So, in it all, because I can't find my notes. I've been trying to look for them. At the end of the day, Meal Prep Monday, what do I want us to do? I want us to first, I want us to know that we're a son of God. All right? We're sons of God. We got to know our true identity. I want you to know that He loves us. He loves you. He loves me, flawed and all. He knew what was going to be, what I was going to do right, what I was going to do wrong. He knew what fire I would need. He knows just how to turn the fire up on us, that we don't get burnt, but we move. He knows just how cold to make it. He knows what to take, what to give, all of that. He is my Abba Father. And I say it all the time. I'm grateful that I had a living example. So I'm intentional to see him as my safe place. Like there's nothing that I can say to God that he'll look at me and throw me away. Well, Nicole, he knows all things anyway, and does. But it's different when you can go and you feel safe enough to share your shortcomings. It's totally different. Try it. Talk to your Abba Father and let him embrace you, love you, not throw you away, so that you can begin to understand who you are. Okay? So this week, I want you, if you feel triggered, if you feel your body starting to react or respond to something, take time, love you enough to take the time to kind of stop. Don't go past it. But really, what am I thinking about right now? Where's this taking me? This situation that's happening in front of me, where's it taking me that my body is responding and reacting this way? And then be intentional to see how you're responding, okay? Because our emotions that we do don't define who we are. When we can really get this, I think that this is what will help us have grace with one another. So when someone's having a bad day, you can recognize they're just having a bad day. You won't make it their law, and now you're judging me because I'm not kicking the bobos with you today. I'm a little irritated and frustrated. You won't judge me. You'll understand, like, you know what? Something must be going on. I didn't do it, so I'm not tripping. Does that make sense? I hope so. All right. Meal Prep Monday. It's 10:29. So I'm just going to remind you to stay humble, to stay focused, to stay positive. Be the best version of you unapologetically, because no one else can do it. Know that you are loved. You are love. And because of that, you give love. Even if it's tough love, it comes from the right place. Okay? That's how it can be received. Anything outside of that is false identity. And we will walk in confidence of that. We can be more submissive and more humble the more we understand and can identify with who we truly are. We don't have to be guarded. We don't have to be arrogant. We don't have to be proud, because we begin to understand who and what is supposed to be around us anyway. You just shouldn't have to walk around all stiff and tight, feeling like, who's doing what and why. That's exhausting. So exhausting. So remember that. Jacinta should have put a QR code in the chat. Please take a moment to scan it. Just text join and put your name, and that can help alleviate me from having to send individual text messages. And then anything else that we're coming up with. I know many people didn't know about the retreat. The retreat was amazing. But that's going to be how I communicate. I used to communicate on another number with community. This is another carrier that's kind of connected with all the stuff that we're creating for Nicole D. Jones. So please take the time to scan that. And it's for informational purposes. You can reach me on that. It's a text message system, but it doesn't accept calls. Okay. So again, be the best version of you because you are relevant, you're necessary, you're needed, not only to your friends, family, and enemies, but to this world, to this journey. Your name is great. Your legacy runs long, and it will be left in this earth even after you leave it. All right. So again, I am Nicole D. Jones, and I want you to continue to have a fantabulous rest of the day. Smooches.